If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear.
Most of this industry, or the whole online space, just tells you guys to just spend your money, go invest in people, go invest in like mentorship, go do whatever. I'm gonna tell you guys the opposite. Like, hey, you want to build a buffer, you want to do whatever it is that you need to do to make some money. Go get a job, go get a 9 to 5, whatever it is. Stack your bread, stack your money. So you're in a position where you can do things, you don't want to do. Like, I was talking to one of the billionaires I was recording with, and he was like, yeah, like, this is what you had to do. You had to work, whatever, to work with people like him, because I'm not going to obviously charge him the first time I work with them or whatever it is. It's like, that's how it works. Like, you have to put yourself in a situation where you're not needy for things, all this kind of stuff. And also, too, hey, like, things compound. Like, not only your skill sets or whatever, but your investments. Like, you know, once you start making your first money online, your first money in general, like, okay, I'm gonna go get a trip to whatever, go get whatever. You don't even have like 10, 20, 30K invested. You know what I mean? Your money earns money for you. You know what I mean? I'm reading a book, actually picked it up recently. I think it's like The Richest Man in Babylon or something like that. Basically, it's like, hey, you have your money, you have your income. Okay, yes, save at least 9/10 of it. I'm saving a lot more. I'm saving like 9/10 of it, basically. And I'm basically putting that into assets that can earn money, and the money that's earned is like children, and you want to take that money and put into more assets that can give you more children, more money that compounds. And that's what I've really been doing a lot of, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you can't be in bigger things like real estate, whatever, but just like things that earn me interest, you know what I mean? Or that earn, yeah, like for example, like Solana, for example. Like, I have a decent amount of Solana, and I want to keep on putting more. That's earning me like 5% a year, 4 or 5% a year. There's also a way to save my money if something happens or whatever it is. Yeah, like, obviously, like, I got money, I bought this bike, I bought, you know, other things. Like, I mean, this camera was a good investment because, like, hey, I can do more, I can make better quality things. But there's a time where, like, okay, whenever I got money, I spend on this or whatever, or spend on mentorship, spend on whatever. No, like, my thing now is like, hey, I want to save as much money as possible. And also too, I was like, hey, I want to have a big team, I want to do all these. I'll be honest with you guys, like, a couple weeks ago or like a month ago, I was like, okay, I want to have this big team. Not even just big team, I just want to like not do any of the actual like work or whatever it is outside of just recording, like optimize it, like make this whole big video content agency or content marketing agency. And I'm like, Adam, why would you do that? You're gonna make the same amount of money profit, you're gonna be less in the weeds, you're gonna like being like not gonna be learning as much. And you're gonna put away things to your advantage, or things to my advantage is like, hey, when I speak to people I want to work with, like, hey, I'm a young kid, I'm like, I'll also do whatever. So yeah, I mean, like, editors are things like a paper, video, whatever it is, but like, I hire a lead editor, you know, 2 strategists or whatever it is. So I'm like, hey, like, I just need to lean out the team. Like, I just wasted money where I could just, you know, work a couple more hours extra week, and I already made the processes and systems. Like, I made the processes and systems, you know, for most of the tasks, and then I hired. I'm like, why would I do that? Like, you know, like, they barely doing any work. But yeah, I'm just like, dude, like, I can just focus, like, not working with that many people, do the best job I can, and then save as much money as possible. Like, my goal right now is to save $10,000 a month at least. And yeah, I can say I'm doing like this month or the month of December that's 100% gonna happen. And yeah, it keeps on compounding. Like, imagine, like, I do that every single month, every single year, and obviously I want the number to keep on going. Like, after, like, getting closer next year, I want to be doing at least 15, 20, saving that every single month. I don't need a car, I don't need to pay rent for things. I'm going to save as much money as possible. I'm not going to spend money on random trips or whatever it is, or like, it's so crazy how money just flies away from you when you first start getting money. It's like, oh, the editors are charging more than whatever. I'm like, no, hey, this is a fucking business. We have profit margins we want to get, or margins that we want to have. I'm gonna work towards that, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna like spend money on random things or start paying people a little bit more. Obviously, like, I'm very fair to all editors that edit videos for my clients, but it's like, hey, let's be reasonable here. And yeah, it's like, it doesn't make sense to like pay someone, like, if I really want someone that I can rely on, I have to pay them a couple $1,000s every single month. And it's like, hey, I can do that, but like, I don't have that much work. Like, I don't have that crazy amount of clients. Like, I don't want to have a crazy amount of clients. It's like, hey, if I can just charge right now, every single client that I have is like paying me over $5,000 a month. And I want to keep it that way, to be honest. So yeah, and how I'm gonna grow, you know, get clients more, that kind of stuff. It's like, I'm not gonna like say no to all opportunities, whatever it is. I'm gonna just work with the people I want to work with. Like, and when you don't have the thing of, oh, I have to make this much amount of money to pay the team or whatever it is, you have way less stress, way less. I feel free. I feel so much better. It's like money comes in, put that into, you know, buying some more Bitcoin, buying some more whatever. And yeah, I feel so much better. I'm so much more secure, and this is all because of kind of the trauma that I have. Like almost a year back at this point, where I had to like refund all I had. It wasn't that much. It was maybe a couple $1,000s, but I had nothing. I mean, and this was when I left school, and I was like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Never want to be in that position again. So yeah, it just goes to show you guys. Yeah, at least have a couple thousand saved up. But like, what I'm also trying to say here too is like, don't be too egotistical. It also depends on what type of business you're trying to build. If you're trying to build a startup or build $1 billion company, obviously yes, you need to hire. We don't expect to make that much profit. But if you're just trying to make a cash flow business, be smart about where your money is going to. You know what I mean? Like, there's some people I work with, like, some people I see, like, yeah, they spend all their money because they're growing a startup. Some people, they have an agency, they want to maintain, like, 80% profit margins, which I understand on both sides, you know? And also, like, that gives me the opportunity in, hey, a year or 2 years, if I see something I really want to do, or but that costs a bunch of money to invest into, like, I have the opportunity to do that because I built a discipline of saving my money and doing that instead. But it's also like, hey, like, this allows for me to grow in different ways and figure out other ways where I can do more of what I want to, you know what I mean? Like, okay, if I want to work with better people, if I want to, you know, only charge a high amount and work with people closely, what I'm going to do is have an approach where I'm not going to run ads, do cold outreach or whatever. Like, the clients, like, fuck all, like, I see, like, all these kids wasting lives doing that. Like, maybe do it for the first couple people you work with, but you all really need to do is, like, work with one person that you're really inspired by and build from there, you know what I mean? Or that's big in the industry, big, like, whatever. So what I'm trying to do now is like, hey, I want to make my own videos. I want to make a series. I want to call it Setting the Standard, because that's the mission I'm on. Like, I want to set the standard for my generation. And I think if I do that, then the people that, you know, go up to the standard because they see me, they also inspire the people in their community and all that kind of stuff. So it's a compounding effect. I want our society to be a better place. I want men around the world to be a better place. And if I can set the standard, I think we do something good. So I'm going to talk to a bunch of other, you know, entrepreneurs, founders, people in general, where they set the standard, you know what I mean, where they're doing the best, being the best they possibly can be, not only in health, but like business and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, if I do videos with them and it's like, I'm not going to charge them anything, I'm not going to do whatever, hey, that brings up the conversation of, hey, well, what do you do, Adam? You know what I mean? Oh, you know, I do like content, you know, personal brand stuff for whatever, like founders, like helping them, you know, build in public, all that kind of stuff. So it's like building a long-term thing. I'm never in the mood to like sell or push or whatever, like in the first conversation. No, I feel really good. I work with people I want to work with. It's a compounding thing because I can actually focus on delivering and building a skill set, and being able to stack up cash at the same time. So like, all I'm really gonna do basically is just fucking have fun, live life, save money, and work with people I like to work with in cool places in New York City, in penthouses or whatever. And then, you know, go deeper into my mission, you know, setting the standard. And that I put like $1,000 a month into it, let's say. And then let's say with the personal, like, let's say I put $1,000 a month into this, like, to my personal brand videos, and like, let's say I do a collab or once a month. That's all it really needs. And also too, like, that's how I got majority of my people I work with. All the opportunities I got, like, I did one video of one guy for free, and a documentary about him or whatever it is, and like, that went into his network. It's a compounding thing, guys. Like, most of this stuff that you guys see, it's like, if you want to like build an agency or offer service to people, whatever, is the best way is through network relationships, and how you position yourself. It's not going to go from cold outreach, cold whatever. It's not the way. And I enjoy the way I did it before, and I think that's the best way to do it, and also no time wasted, and you just feel better as a human. But yeah, let's go to a different spot. It's getting dark. Just do what you like to fucking do, and put yourself in a position to do that, and double down on that. Don't just try and make money, try and do whatever when you're young. Yes, do that as much as possible, yes, correct that. But like, also do things you like doing. Build a skill set, become more valuable. Don't just be a salesy person, ruin your reputation, and do whatever. Enjoy life, make money, build a skill set, work with people you want to work with. You only have one life, you're only gonna be this young ever. Fuck, I'm so grateful for the position I'm in.